Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan are two of the biggest pop stars in the world right now. You may know Sabrina from this, and Chappell from this. If you don't know them, it's fine, but you're living under a rock, to put it politely. Anyways, they're blowing up like crazy right now, but with that comes some crazy hater accusations, of course. Starting with Sabrina, someone said industry plants are real, cause who the fuck is listening to Sabrina Carpenter? Homie, you are not real, cause who isn't listening to Sabrina Carpenter? Again, same shit, who is seriously listening to Sabrina Carpenter? My friends don't. Spotify forces her music onto me, even though I skip every song. It's bland, mediocre pop music giving industry plant. Okay, Sabrina Carpenter is the farthest thing from an industry plant, okay? For some background, Sabrina Carpenter started acting on Disney Channel when she was a kid. I remember watching her on Girl Meets World, great show. Let's get some background on this.
Your stare was holding a grip, chain skin was showing, hot night wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby?
They want to see if I have autism. You don't. Let's go tell them you don't.
What is this?
I got this real good. I went to animal communication school. Trust me, we like tight. Meow.
Okay, anyways, see, she's always been a character. She's silly. I love it. Yeah, she was acting in Disney, but was starting to make music around that time. She made her first EP in 2014 called Can't Blame a Girl for Trying and has released 5 albums since then. 5. I think it wasn't until she released her latest album, Emails I Can't Send, in 2022, where she really established her sound. And I mean, this album was a masterpiece that I think many people slept on. I was instantly obsessed with Nonsense. It had reminded me a lot of Ariana Grande, and now she just passed Ariana in monthly listeners on Spotify, and that's because Ari just released an album recently. No shade to Ari at all, by the way. Love her music. Anyways, from that record, I also really love Skinny Dipping, and I love the bridge in Vicious. It went crazy. During this time, I even made a TikTok about her, which she reposted on her Insta story, which was super cool. But yeah, this was all in 2022, and she went on a tour for that album later that year and was touring all throughout 2023. But most of Sabrina Carpenter's blowing up didn't come till this very year with the success of her song Espresso and then Please Please Please. These came out the past 2 to 3 months? We're witnessing in real time her rise to an insane level of fame. I'm talking A-list level because of these 2 songs. They're just getting a crazy amount of radio play that really blew her up starting in April. If we look up the Google search data and put past year, you'll definitely see exactly where Espresso was released on April 11th, then her SNL performance May 20th, and then Please 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 June 6th. So yeah, Sabrina is insanely talented and has been for a while, but this right here is proof that all it takes is one banger ass song to finally break through. For all you aspiring singers and songwriters, if I have any watching, just keep going. Don't give up. I also think Taylor Swift was a great contributor. She had Sabrina open for the Eras Tour recently. That definitely helps a bit. And also, Sabrina's marketing team seems to be making all the right decisions since Espresso dropped, so props to them. But man, to say Sabrina Carpenter is an industry plant really discredits the hard work she's clearly been putting in for years and years. She's been grinding since she was a child, and it worked because she has such a strong singing voice and an amazing stage presence. She gives main pop girl energy, and she finally is a main pop girl, which is very deserved. I remember seeing Sabrina on tour back in 2022 at the Wiltern in Los Angeles, and she did the outro, "This song is not about Joshua Bassett." Anyways, the capacity in that venue was 2,000 people. Now she's doing arenas, and there was a queue of 110,000 people last week just in LA trying to get tickets to see her at the Kia Forum. It's insane. There was also a meme that caught my eye that made me realize how big Sabrina has actually gotten. It's an announcement of Sabrina Carpenter releasing an espresso ice cream, and there's a reply that says, "I've seen this picture of Sabrina more times than I've seen my mom," which is pretty funny. But I take a look at the comments. I feel like Sabrina just dropped out of nowhere. Till last year, nobody even knew she existed, and now somehow everyone is a fan. I guess I didn't know Sabrina existed before last year. I swear, people are living under a rock, which is fine, but to make a claim that nobody knew she existed when I, along with many others, were right there back in 2022 waiting for Emails I Can't Send to drop at midnight. And I also assume you didn't watch Disney Channel growing up. Childhood. Another comment, she got one look and one song. Alright, now this is the type of hater shit that really pisses me off. People that just don't look into anything and they'll blindly funny comment, whatever. To say she has one song when she's been making bangers on bangers for years, I just don't get why you have to say anything. That is some hater ass shit. All right, now for Chappell, we have Jude saying, we can all agree she's the clearest example of an industry plant, right? I believe Chappell blew up in the most organic way possible. Like, it seriously can't be more natural how she came up. She even got kicked out of her record label at one point because she wasn't making them enough money. Let's watch this.
I got dropped because I just wasn't making money for them. Neither were most artists, unless you are massive.
Was there a part of you after that that goes, I don't know if I'm going to make music anymore?
Yeah, I ran out of money and moved back home with my parents and was working the drive-thru. I moved back to LA in October of 2020 and I said, I'm going to give it one more year. I'm going to give it one shot. If I don't like it by October 2021, I'll move back. But let me just try to give it a shot.
Yeah, that just shows she really had to work her ass off to get to where she is today. Crazy, crazy. And if we take a look at a graph of her Spotify monthly listeners, we can really see her growth. She was doing well towards the end of last year, but suddenly this year, after being asked to be an opener for Olivia Rodrigo's Guts tour, her shit just went crazy in March. You may be asking, how did she land an opening spot for Olivia Rodrigo's tour? If you don't know, Chappell and Olivia share the same producer, Dan Nigro. Chappell's even been the background vocals for some of Olivia's songs like Can't Catch Me Now, Lacy, Obsessed. So yeah, because of this connection, she was asked to be an opener for Olivia's tour and everything started to go bananas during and after that. I mean, we see her go from 1 million monthly listeners to 25 million now, and everything's just growing exponentially for her. I mean, she's being noticed by music legends, she's being compared to Lady Gaga and her come up. She herself is even getting freaked out by this crazy amount of fame. If we look at this video.
I just want to be honest with the crowd, and I just feel like I just feel a little off today because I think that my career's just kind of gone really fast and it's really hard to keep up. And so just being honest that I'm just having a hard time today. So I'm sorry that I'm not trying to give you like a lesser show. It's just like there's a lot. So just thank you for understanding, and this is all I've ever wanted. It's just heavy sometimes. So thank you for that.
Yeah, so she was at a festival and she got emotional and broke down, very understandably so, because this takes a toll on you. Imagine you're working hard all these years and not getting the credit you truly deserve, and all of a sudden there's this shift in crazy demand for you. You're pulling crazy crowds you've never seen before, and you're being asked for a million favors by people you don't even know. She went from performing Pink Pony Club, which is one of her songs, on a college campus, to performing it at Coachella this year.
It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream.
That's insane. That's a crazy video. But yeah, to answer why Chappell blew up to this crazy magnitude is because she spent so many years mastering her craft, making bangers on bangers, especially on her last album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. So when Olivia gave her the exposure, she was ready. Everyone just saw how talented she was on the tour. Friends were sharing her music to friends, and everyone just became a fan of her music because she is just so good. And these industry plant accusations are very popular because people were just not paying attention, but they should now. But yeah, this is something I just wanted to get off my chest. It was a cool little dive into these recent stardoms that I've been seeing happening that are really exciting. I'd say go stream Chappell Roan's last album and go pre-order or pre-save Sabrina Carpenter's new album, Short and Sweet. I'm sure it's gonna blow the fuck up. You won't regret any of those decisions. They're both so talented. But yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.